Good evening, viewers. My name is Pretzle, and today we're playing Sid Meier's Civilization 4 Beyond the Sword. Continuing from where we last left off with our Snaky Continents Roosevelt game, I am in anarchy because I just switched civics. I adopted emancipation, free market, and free religion. Emancipation because of the risk of unhappiness, free market because of the cheaper corporation maintenance, and free religion because I don't have any religions. I have nothing to gain by adopting any of the other civics. And it gives me a 10% research bonus, and a happiness bonus in some cities. So there's that. I was also trying to apply cultural pressure to Izankanek up here, the city that Pakal settled, to my eternal chagrin. So in Anarchy, I'm not working any tiles. I'm getting a small amount of income from resource trades, which I can increase, I believe. So let's... Mao has 9 gold to trade, and he will accept rice, so let's go for that. Who else? Stalin has 2 gold to trade. I can also give him rice. And sorry, Yavarman also has some stuff to trade. None of this is surplus, but I'm not using copper. No, I'm not using copper. So yeah, I can trade that away as well. That's fine. If I ever need copper, I will need to remind myself of that. Right, in 10 turns, which is when I can cancel the trade deals, I'll have a look at re-evaluating those. Nothing else needs doing. I'm now getting 20 gold per turn out of that. Pretty handy. Actually, do I already have any active trades I want to cancel? I thought someone issued a demand from me earlier. There it is. Sugar. Mao. Cancel the deal. That's good. That's what we want. Okay. That'll do then. Not really anything else I can do this turn. I can't exactly whip anything anymore. So... everything's good. Right. End turn. That's the first turn of Anarchy done. Let's build a mine on that tile. You have 1 turn left on the wheat. You can... I can improve that for Sarmation. Yeah, let's go there and queue up a road, if I may. Road. Yeah, build a road. Let's build a mine there. Let's go up there and build a mine with this worker. So on these forest tiles, I'm not going to chop them. I'm probably going to build lumber mills on them, although that will depend how much food Sarmation has at the end. It might not be worth doing. Resource bubbles, please. Alright, yeah, I have fish up there. I forgot about that. Yeah, the workboat is still there. That is why I moved it there. Yeah, so that's a turn delayed, unfortunately. Is anything else change? Hello, Ragnar, with your 11 gold. I will give you sugar for that. Not a euphemism. Puts me up to 39 wealth per turn. That's pretty nice. Since there's nothing else I can do this turn because of the anarchy, other than unit movements and diplomacy, I don't see much point in doing anything else. So I am going to end the turn here. And notice how quickly I'm now doing scientific method. Fuck off, Ragnar. Looks like I'm down slightly on health. Yeah, I'm now doing scientific method in 3 turns. I'm pretty sure I was doing it in 5 turns before. So that I will have to compare how many beakers I'm getting compared to my last video, but I would expect that's it's about 1.5 times as many. which is a pretty good increase, I would say. Now, where does this worker want to go? Actually, yeah, you can go there and build a road as well. So, remove the sign on there. Right, Detroit now has half-decent tiles to work. Took bloody long enough. I should have done that much sooner. Let's get the farm going on this tile as well. I will get another worker going on that. And, oh, that's useful to know actually. So there's no southern route to get past that continent. Is there a northern route? No. Huh. So it goes straight north-south. Interesting. Not too surprising given the map script. There's no northern... So the only way to get around is south of my continent. Meaning Orenburg is in a fairly strategic location. As would this shitty whale city over here be. So that's worth noting, but probably not of massive significance. So let's see some more of this black space. Should be able to improve that fish tile next turn, and Baltimore can work that. Should have moved it on my first turn of Anarchy, but oh well. Can't whip anything anymore. That's going to be a shame. Going to suffer a bit of withdrawal on that. But now I can pay a bit more attention to the tiles I'm working, which I'm sure will please everyone, because that is probably one of the most boring aspects of my videos thus far. New York wants to grow more than it wants to get production, but working that tile grows the city in the same number of turns, because it's 15 food we're after, 5 food surplus versus 6 food surplus, versus I guess 4 food surplus, but yeah, no, that's not really one of the options we're considering. Oh, look at that, we're going to need copper soon. Fuck. Should have traded them horses. Oh well. Duly noted. Grocer. That's fine. You're working, I think, the correct tiles. Yeah, do you grow in the same number of turns? No. Alright, yeah, work the coastal tile, that's fine. This city doesn't have any other tiles to work. Needs to run the engineer for the sake of getting production. Otherwise it only has the hill and the elephants. That's not the best. Atlanta is fine, I think. Needs a bit more growth coming. That means biology will be a blessing. Chicago is also looking fine. Will you grow? You will grow in 2 turns even if you are running a specialist. Okay, good. Run a scientist for me then, please. I feel that is going to be more beneficial than running that. 72.9, so 72 beakers versus 78 beakers, and you grow in the same length of time. So yes. Or would a merchant be better? So 72 beakers versus 74 beakers and 5 wealth, so that's an increase of 7 versus 78 beakers, an increase of 6. So the merchant is indeed better. Right, so let's have a look at the next city along. Seattle. Seattle's fine doing what it is. I don't really need any of these other buildings. Although, noting this, look at this lovely trade route income. And that is why I probably shouldn't have bothered with mercantilism. That is duly noted for the future. If I had gotten to astronomy later, then mercantilism definitely would have been worthwhile. But given this, I'm going to build a customs house. Plus 100% foreign trade route yield. That'll give me... so that's plus 325%, which rounds down to 4. So I'll be getting another 1 commerce per turn, another 5 commerce per turn, until I obsolete the Great Lighthouse, at which point it's 4 commerce per turn, at the cost of 180 hammers. Is that worthwhile, or is it better off, or am I better off building wealth and taking the short-term gain? So in 16 turns, I would get 16 times 11 wealth, which is 176. To get that much out of this commerce, given the multipliers I have, multipliers on wealth in this city are 100%. So divide 176 by 2, and divide that again by 5. That puts us at 18 turns. 18 turns to pay off. That's, yeah. 18 turns to pay off the 16 turns I'm putting into here. That's easily going to happen. So that's how you determine if a building's worth constructing or not, basically. Or the long-winded way, anyway. In this instance, the customs house is definitely worth building. Seattle has enough construction to warrant it. I don't think it's going to be better to work any specialists than coastal tiles here. Coastal tiles being buffed with the +1 hammer. San Francisco is fine. Yeah, San Francisco's okay. When it grows, I will probably want it to work the hill and then the cottage, I would expect. Los Angeles. Los Angeles could do with a harbour after getting the grocer. Didn't realise how big of an impact that would have. Getting 150% for sustained peace. As soon as I am involved in a war, that modifier, I understand, will drop. Or just completely drop off. Of course, the other thing that needs to be taken into consideration is the fact that I will be trading with... I believe the game decides what cities you trade with based on what cities give the highest trade yield. So it's an automatic process designed to work out best for you. So once again, the maths is going to work out similarly, so I'm going to build a customs house here. It's only 14 turns to recover 10 wealth per turn, getting me 5 commerce per turn after that. So yes, I'm going with that one. Portland is fine, I believe. Bank, Grocer, Observatory. Yeah, don't really need anything after that. You won't need a university, I don't think. St. Louis, I think will want a harbour. We'll see. A harbour might not actually be... Oh god, you're doing internal trade. Why? Huh. Okay, a harbour is not good for St. Louis at the moment because it's doing internal trade rather than overseas trade. So screw that. Same with Miami, same with Buffalo, same with Detroit, same with New Orleans, same with Baltimore, same with Summation. Washington, however, I would expect will be in similar circumstances to the other two cities for the sake of the maths for building the customs house. So you can have one. And actually, let's run another merchant, because you can grow on that. and I really want the merchant from that city. Yeah, I already have the engineer from New York. Although, with that in mind... Hello, why are you so zoomed out? Has it always happened for New York? It looks smaller than normal. Oh well. That's what she said. When you have enough population, you'll want to run another engineer for the sake of getting the population up. But until then... Yeah, running the hill is still works out better, so for the sake of the overflow, yes. Of course it still works out better, it's the same bloody turn. Alright, well we've looked through all the cities now. That took a good 5 minutes, but I think that'll suffice. So, Augustus Caesar has military tradition to trade, but he won't trade because we don't want to start trading away this technology just yet, meaning he has a monopoly on it. And even when he doesn't, he will probably hate me for, what do you call it? The same thing Pakal has. We fear you are becoming too advanced. Boom. I fear you're becoming too advanced, you prick. With that done, I don't need to whip anything. The only modifier would be the espionage. Good God, man! Why are you spending so much... Okay, yep, he really doesn't want me beating him out on espionage there. That's fine. I guess I probably won't be doing the spread culture mission in Zankanak anytime soon. No harm done there. Yeah, see, this is why I made strategically positioned Buffalo and Sarmatian. I find it amusing that Pakal's done this and just moved his galleon into the lake. It's a weird place to have the galleon. Anyway, onwards. I can end the turn here. Now I believe it's 2 worker turns left on this road. Yep. So you build the road as well. Detroit should be working the hills so it can actually get buildings out. This worker can go over here and chop down that forest. That work. Hello, Augustus Caesar's declared war on Ragnar. Hello. That's not the war I wanted to happen. I'm assuming that's over Satricum. Or Satricum? Did Ragnar just take that? But Augustus Caesar declared on Ragnar. I'm assuming they weren't too happy with one another. I hadn't really paid attention to that. Were they at war previously? I don't remember. Whatever. Don't care. But who's stronger? Augustus Caesar or Ragnar? I can't see either of their strength values. I would assume Ragnar has more military power. He's also further ahead in tech. Although Caesar has access to cuirassiers, with military tradition and gunpowder. That's an interesting one. We'll have to see how that goes. I would prefer, though, that someone declared war on Pakal, or maybe Mao. Those are the two massive concerns for me. Look at that, Mao settled again on this island. Delightful. No matter. Foreign advisor, nothing of note. Could sell democracy to Ragnar. I don't think that'll get me anywhere. It's only a turn's worth of research, that's not that big of a deal. Washington's finally building its settler. Is now the best time? I think so. Let's get you running that again, get you out slightly faster. I still want the great person points from the merchant specialist though, so let's leave that done. Yes, only 600 hammers towards the Statue of Liberty, which is a 1500 hammer building, so I'm not wasting the engineer on that, especially seeing as Pakal will probably beat me to it. In fact, building the customs house is better to do sooner, I think. No, actually, let's get the overflow to go into the Statue of Liberty and then work on the customs house starting next turn. Now, I'm curious again about the trade routes. Customs house. Boston could also benefit from one of those. Is that going to be better than the observatory then? I think so, actually. Yeah, that gets me more raw commerce. That just multiplies my science, which I probably wouldn't be. How much do I get? Okay, so I got a good 80% to balance out at. 83% or so is where I would balance, which is certainly fine. Let's queue up that in Philadelphia. Didn't realise how good customs houses were. That's news to me. I suppose it's only worthwhile because I don't have anything else to build. In a lot of games, you'd be building something other than that at this point in the game. Has anyone got the monasteries queued up? Let's add that to this list. Jewish monastery, because those are going to go obsolete in a moment. If anyone's building them or got them queued up, I don't want them there. Building class is the one, so that's further down. Jewish monastery. Add column. Move column up. Hello? Move column up, thank you. That can go... yeah, that can go next to the coal plant, that's fine. So save that, go back. If anywhere got it queued up to build. Buffalo is building it right now. That is a bit of a shame. How about you run production tiles then? Let's get it out in 2 turns. Yeah. And then turn down research for a turn, because the monastery still provides very good culture. Let's get you growing, since that'll still be 2 turns. Yeah, that's not the most ideal thing to do, but it needs to be done. How long until... Right, 28 turns until you expand your borders again. Will Salvation expand? No, not anytime soon. But with free markets, I should be getting some good trade route spread of religions, which is how religions spread on their own randomly. So, of course, no one wants to trade me. Oh, Surrey of Armin, hello. I will trade you. Pretzle has 2, but I visibly only have 1. Am I selling wheat to someone? Is that why? Why are you telling me that? And oh well. I guess I must be trading it to someone. And that's the issue. I'd rather not trade you horse. Wheat. The pig isn't that big of a deal. Not really. Just do 1 turn of null research. And I think all my cities are good for now, so end turn. Then continue to research at that pace. I get the Jewish monastery next turn. Islam spreads in Philadelphia, that's nice. And let's get the Jewish monastery next turn. Let's chop that forest down. Mao adopts emancipation, so Mao is in anarchy unless he's in the Golden Age, which I don't think he is. I might be mistaken though. So get you guys building a farm there. Hopefully Pikal doesn't snipe that tile from me before I can snipe the city. We can remove that sign there, and we have 3 more farms to build up here before that rice is irrigated. I find this amusing. Now Detroit is now going to be quite food wealthy, I would say. So that's straight up +6, 5, 4, 5, 6. That puts you down to 4. Hell, actually, yeah, I can workshop all 3 of its remaining tiles. With biology, these 2 will give me enough food to sustain that properly. So that's what I want to do. Tech-wise, no one will trade. Anything weird going in my cities? Not that I can see. Jewish monastery gets next turn. Granary gets done next turn. Good, good. Yep, that's fine. That is fine. Okay. Did anything grow this turn? Boston, Atlanta, and Chicago. So Boston is now working the correct tiles. Atlanta is working the wrong tiles. And Chicago. Once again, I think running the merchant would be better. Yeah, so I run the merchant, that's fine. No, actually, run an engineer so you get some bloody production going, because this city's terrible for that otherwise. Seattle is fine. What was it? Chicago. So Chicago I just checked. Boston, Atlanta, and Chicago. So Atlanta is fine. Good. Did anything grow last turn? Because I didn't check. Baltimore doesn't really have much choice in the way of tiles it works. Miami. Miami is not working the correct tiles actually. Work that farm. Portland is working the correct tiles, that should be growing as much as it can. Los Angeles shouldn't be working that shitty plains farm and should instead get some production going. Hell, do I want to farm that grass tile there? I think I do. Yeah. Otherwise there's not much happening, is there? No. Okay, what was the other one? Los Angeles and Seattle, which is obviously working the correct tiles. There's nothing else it can work. So let's run the next 10 turns without adjusting my research slider. I think my cultural presence in this tile is growing, which is good. Right, no longer have a peace treaty with Stalin. Great. Excellent. My cultural presence in this tile is growing, meaning I have a cultural advantage against him, which is what I need. I get one turn of these 2 hammers in from the monastery in Buffalo. I no longer get the 10% research effect, but I do get the... Actually, do I not get the 10% research effect? Oh no, I do. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it just doesn't display on that list there that I do. So I get that for 1 turn as well. But I'll get the culture for as long as I have the building in the city, which should be forever, but we'll see. Right, let's count the food in summation. Let's... No, that's not going to really work until I have anything else going on. So Buffalo wants to grow now. Let's grow it once and then have it work the production tiles. Yeah, summation, I can't really see how much food it has until its borders have popped and I've got a fishing boat on that crab. I guess I can work it out now, but I can't be bothered, basically. In the meantime, just build a road there. I think you will have enough food for me to have both a workshop there and 2 lumber mill tiles, but we'll see. You go there. So queue up the workshop. Workshop, thank you. And this guy wants to go where? 2 turns left on that shop. I would now say I have enough workers up here to do their job, so I'm just going to road around here. Let's road that tile, road that tile. I can't really do anything until this forest is chopped down. So what's grown this turn? Detroit, Houston, and New York. So Detroit is working the correct tiles. Houston... Ah, yeah, Portland has the Silver Star because it has the Forbidden Palace in it. That's something fairly useful to note, I suppose. Houston is working the correct tiles, I think, although it would be better working something than that coast. Grow 1 turn later. Oh no, grow 2 turns later, in exchange for having the customs house 1 turn sooner. I'm going to opt to work the coast, actually. And the other one was New York, which is down here. Constructing the Statue of Liberty. That was not intentional, by any stretch of the imagination, but nothing but an amusing coincidence there. So New York I can't encourage to grow, I don't think. Well, no. Yeah, it's working as much food as it can already. Unless I take something off one of the production tiles, but I'd rather not. Will you grow any quicker if I do work that? It'll grow a turn quicker. That's worth doing, actually. New York's too weak as it is. It's got a lot of production, but without population to run it, it does me no good. That said, Philadelphia is the one that wants to have the Great Engineer sitting in it when I get Corporation. Because Philadelphia is going to be my hardcore commerce city. Housing the Oxford University and the other thing. Wall Street, that's the one. So once again, no trades, although Augustus Caesar has a lot of cash. That's about turn 2/3 of research that gets me. Is it worth trading him 1 of Constitution or Astronomy? Who dislikes him? Ragnar does. Everyone hates Ragnar. Right, what are my opinion? Yeah, he has a strong enough opinion of me anyway, so I can get away with doing that. So this will also give me an opportunity to get an updated world map. So let's send him Astronomy so I can get trade routes with him, which will give me that. Rather have that than Constitution, I think. So yeah, we accept your offer. How pissy is Ragnar with me now? -3 you've traded with our worst enemies. I expected a -1. Okay, well, duly noted. What does the world look like over here then? That doesn't actually help me. Oh, hello. So that's in revolt again. Can't see the cultural percentages of that city, unfortunately. But that's fine. Okay, well, no matter. That will do for this episode then, I think. There's nothing else I want to do this turn, is there? Don't think so. Attack tree isn't going to change, Pretzle. You don't need to keep looking at it. All my cities are working the correct tiles, and everyone was moved correctly. Okay, good. Oh, Pakal, damn you. Well, I am going to go to war with him eventually, so I suppose that does no harm. But what is the point of that city? That doesn't get any resources, it has shitty tiles. The one plus is that it's riverside. Having naval access depends entirely on him maintaining open borders with me. Half of your tiles are junk. well, a quarter of them are literal junk. You're settling on a decent tile in the midst of all that junk. You have no food. That city is going to be horrendous forever. What the hell, Pakal? What did you... Whatever. Well, no matter. I'll figure that out soon enough. I'm not going to be able to culturally culture flip that city. That's too far away, by far. I will have to take that in war, unfortunately, but no matter. Just pisses me off that he settled it. I'm just thankful no one settled here yet. That'll be annoying should that happen. And no one settled up here, because, well, why would anyone settle up here? Didn't think about that before. Suppose that could work. That at least gets me the cow to work, to get food and a bit of production, and probably enough going to work for tiles. So maybe that'll be worth doing at some point, but not right now. Fur gets obsoleted with plastic anyway, so I'd just be getting the commerce. But I'm rambling at this point. Thank you for watching. I have been, and shall continue to be, Pretzle. If you liked the video, please like the video, and feel free to stick around for more. In the meantime, enjoy the music, and don't forget to be awesome.